This is just my opinion. This is just my opinion. This is just my opinion. Hello and welcome to this week's This is Just My Opinion. And this week I'll be talking to you about my opinion on the Resident Evil films. Now, that's these Resident Evil films, 6 films, live action, that came out originally. Now, some people do not like these films. I will say now, I have not seen the latest one. I have not. Oh no, I've not seen the latest one, and I've not seen any of the CGI animated films. I also have never played the game or any type of game connected with the Resident Evil series. I love these movies. I know there are a lot of people that don't like them, and most of those are people that played the game before the films came out. And I think that because I've never played the game and I never knew anything about it really, I just watched the films as films and I enjoyed them so much. And part of the reason for that is because they're just kind of like, they're everything you want from an action horror film. And they got the same sort of thing about them as the Die Hard films and things like that. You can watch them without having to, there's nothing deep and meaningful about them. It's what you see is what you get pretty much. And they just got so much action, so much going on. And I think the acting in them is really good. I think the action in them is really good. The effects are great. The makeup's great. The story goes a bit offline every now and again, and there are a couple of the films that aren't as good as the others. But when you take the whole collection, the whole 6 films, it works really well, and they're just great fun to watch. And you can watch them out. You don't have to watch the whole 6 films. You can just watch one of the ones in the middle and enjoy it just for what it is. It's just a good action horror movie where there are zombie type things that are trying to kill people. There are things blowing up. There are people being killed all over the place. There's great scenes where people are fighting. There's great scenes with like gunplay. There's monsters and things and all sorts of stuff like that. It's just great fun. And I don't understand why people take it all so seriously. A lot of people, because they played the game first, they say, oh, it doesn't match up with what's in the game. It's not the same storyline. It's different. They've changed this, they've changed that. Who cares? What they've made is good, entertaining films. And that's what I want to watch. I want to watch good, entertaining films that I can just kind of lose myself in and have a good time watching. And I've seen 2 of them at the cinema. The rest I've seen on DVD. And I went to the cinema to see the second one. And I went to the cinema, made a point of going to the cinema to see the last one. I must say I was a little bit disappointed with the last one because I don't think the ending was as good as it could have been or as strong as it could have been. But it worked within the context of the film series. And I don't know why they have had to reboot them really, and I don't know if anyone really likes the new ones. I don't know if I really want to be bothered to watch it because I love these films. There are very few of these franchises or series of films that I can honestly say I have watched all of them and I've liked all of them. But this is one that I have. In fact, it's probably one of the only ones I have. And I just think that they're great films to just lose yourself in. Just have a watch of them. don't think about them as comparing them to the computer game. Don't think about comparing them to any other films. Don't think about anything like that. Just watch them as good, entertaining films, and just have a good time watching them. I don't see what the problem with that is. And if you do that, if you go into it without the expectation of it being exactly the same as the computer game or exactly the same as any other storyline or whatever, then I think you're going to be entertained, and it's what it's all about. They are good, entertaining action horror films, and that's all they need to be. So there you go. That's my opinion on the Resident Evil films. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I hope to see you again next week, where I will give you my opinion on something else. Thank you very much. Bye. This is just my opinion. This is just my opinion. This is just my opinion.